ladies and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on. We thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. We here at Angry Me Production want to thank our sponsor, Mobile Notary Mindy. She's certified with the National Notary Association. She's also bonded and E&O insured. She offers a wide range of services including wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certification of trust, assignment of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives, and 99 verification. You can find her on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Mobile Notary Mindy. You can also visit her webpage at TexasMobileNotaryMindy.com. That's TX, MobileNotaryMindy.com. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful of all ages, welcome to Nerd Sports 151. We're old school like the Mai Tai with none of the hangover. First and foremost, I want to take care of a little bit of unofficial business. Happy Infantry Day, brother.
Absolutely.
To our Marine Corps brothers, 311s, happy Infantry Day. Man, I'll tell you what.
They crayon on us.
Yes. I mean, we get a whole day to ourselves. But does the Air Force? No.
There's a reason for that.
There is. That is why the sky is blue, and that is because God loves the infantry. So Saturday, I had, I don't know what is going on with my sound. There, now I can hear myself. Okay. So Saturday, I got to check something off the bucket list. Went to Minute Maid Park for a baseball game. No, it was not the Astros. It was the Savannah Bananas on the first major league ballpark that they have ever played in. There was over 41,000 people at Minute Maid Park.
That's crazy.
Dude, the exception of Game 6 that I saw on TV, I have never in person seen Minute Maid Park that full.
That is great. You love to see that.
Bro, I mean, you had a lot of skeptics talking about how they're never going to sell out MLB stadiums. This was the first MLB stadium that Banana Ball has ever been played in.
Nice.
You know, and I'm
really, where do they play in Savannah?
It's a minor league, but well, I say minor league. It's an independent league ballpark because it's an independent league, right? So, I mean, but these are all professional players, right? And a lot of them are being given a second chance at their dream, you know, playing professional baseball. And yeah, when I tell you that I am absolutely, unequivocally, 100% without words as to how just in awe I was of the whole spectacle. I would pay twice the amount what those tickets cost to be able to go back and see that, to see that again. I really would. I mean, dollar for dollar, pound for pound, that is quite possibly the best value in sports right now.
Right. Well, you're talking about entertainment, yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, the crowd was consistently and constantly engaged. Players were constantly dancing. They played music the entire game.
Really?
Crowds were singing, dudes were dancing. I mean, the center fielder for the Bananas caught a pop fly mid backflip.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, he lined it up, dude, and he went into his backflip, and just before his feet went over, he caught that sumbitch.
Oh man,
Bro.
that is insane.
I mean, okay, so you saw the pictures that I posted, right? We were sitting
Right.
lower level
You had
right
great
field.
seats too.
Yeah. I
Great.
mean, I wanted to get there earlier to try to get as close to the fence as possible. Dude, I still got to play catch with the right fielder in between innings.
Yes. That's
And, you know, I mean, because with my knee surgeries that have been paced out over the course of the last year, you know, and going through physical therapy and everything like that, I really hadn't had a chance to, like, with any kind of earnest gusto, throw a baseball. And
Right.
so I was like, okay. So I catch this ball and I grab it, and without even just, I mean, just complete muscle memory, dude. I'm in the moment. I'm trying not to overthink it. I just lace up, dude, and I just whip this thing. It's all shoulder, right? Straight to him, pop the glove. I was like, yes,
oh,
dude.
oh. It's like
I mean, I get it. You know, it's a simple mechanical thing.
are we best
but
friends? It's just like touching your first boob.
right, right. You know, and then they were throwing like these little foam souvenir balls up into the stands, and
Mhm.
I caught one, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm looking at it, and you know, I mean, this is the official banana ball, right? So
Amazing.
it's, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's a legit baseball, right? But these little foam ones were probably, I don't know, 3/4 this size.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm like, I mean, it's cool that I got one. And I turn around, dude, and there's this, like, I mean, this kid couldn't have been maybe 2 or 3. He's sitting there. His mom and dad bought him a Savannah Bananas glove,
Yeah.
right? Um, it was like a little $35 toy glove, you know, with the fake leather or whatever, right?
Right. Yeah. Little pleather.
And little kid, lower lip sticking out. You know, I'm like, all right, okay. I'm gonna check something else off my bucket list. I looked at the dad and I was like, get your kid's attention, right? So you know, he tapped his kid, and the kid's looking at me, and I go to hand him his ball. I hand the ball to him,
Yeah.
and
Hell
the
yeah.
little kid gives me a five, you know, gives me a high five, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yep, okay, there we go. You know,
Totally worth it.
yeah. I mean, dude, it just, I mean, but the tickets were only $40, right,
Yeah.
a piece, and I'm like, okay. The only drawback had nothing to do with the bananas. It was the city of Houston, right? We
Oh.
parked literally across the street from the ballpark,
Mm.
right? And I'm thinking, I'm expecting like $50 to park, you know, whatever. No, $90.
God
90 fucking
damn it.
dollars. Yeah, dude.
90.
Dude, I like, the old man in me came out, man. We're in line waiting to go into the stadium or into the park, and I'm like, 90 fucking dollars.
For real. Seriously though, how
I
is
mean,
that not price gouging?
dude, I'm chewing this fat, dude. I'm just like, nope. Just, I had $90. I
Dude,
couldn't wrap my head around it.
that's almost as much as you paid for all your tickets.
That's more than I paid for it. Well, no, that's almost, yeah,
It's
because
pretty
I
close.
bought, yeah, it was 3 tickets, myself, my wife, and my sister-in-law.
Right.
But
But imagine if you had gone alone, if it was just you or you and
oh,
one other person,
dude,
and you're paying more for parking than you're paying for the ticket.
and you know what's
Come
fucked
on.
up, right? Is that if we'd have gone around the corner, there's a bail bonds place right there on the corner of Crawford Street,
Yeah.
right? The lot there is charging 60.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, even
Hard.
then, yeah.
I get
Oh my
angry if
God,
I'm charged
$90. I
25
think I just
downtown.
threw up a bit. Yeah, I mean, if I'd have had my way, we'd have gotten back in the car and driven around the corner to find someplace else to park.
Right.
But Mindy looks at me and she's like, "Just pay it." And I was like, "Okay, all right." But dude, the
I need better
Savannah Bananas, dollar for dollar. I mean, dude, I want them to come back. I want to. I would be even be willing to travel to go see them. And as a matter of fact, I think that this is going to be one of those future vacation spots. We're going to drive or fly to Georgia just so I can drive up to Savannah and watch a home game.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're on a wait list, right? I had to enter a lottery back in August. I got notified that I had been selected to buy tickets in October. I bought my tickets in November last year.
Yeah.
When my sales group got access into the sales portal, we had 10 minutes to buy our tickets.
You must
10
have 10
minutes.
minutes. If you're in the bathroom or something.
You're guaranteed a section, but you're not guaranteed your seats because it's first come, first serve.
Right.
Right. But they're not going to overbook the sections. But I mean, dude, they sold Minute Maid Park out.
Damn.
Right. Now, with Banana Ball, there's always the the appearance, the celebrity appearance, right? There was 3 of them there that night. There was Josh Reddick. Josh Reddick played for the Red Sox. He also played for the Houston Astros and won a World Series with them. I think he won a World Series. I believe he won the World Series with the Red Sox in 2007, I think it was, or 2013. I can't remember. Anyways, Roger Clemens.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was. And it was funny at the same time. And then Roy Oswalt. Roy Oswalt actually pitched rather well.
There you go.
Right. Roger Clemens comes in and his first pitch to an independent ball kid gets jacked for a bat flip and a home run that bounced off the back glass over the train tracks for a 3-run jack, dude.
Oh, no.
No fucking respect for the Rocket at all. And it was glorious. I mean, people are losing their shit. They're like, oh my God, it's Roger Clemens. And I was too. I was like, yeah, because I'm thankful for the time that the Rocket had with the Red Sox, right?
Yeah.
As soon as that ball left that kid's bat, everybody in the stadium knew that son of a bitch was gone. And I'm sitting there going, that's what you get, fucker, for playing for the Yankees.
It had to be a Minute Maid too.
Dude, I'm just sitting there going, oh my. And he did not look, I mean, he looked old, right? He got old and fat. Like he had a sweatsuit on underneath his Bananas uniform.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, yikes. Because I'm like, all right, it's Roger Clemens, and he's got his little name, Rocket, across the top of his jersey, and he's got his Yankees number 22 on there. And I'm like, man.
I didn't even recognize him at first.
I'm looking at him, and I'm like,
and I was like,
I'm sitting there looking at him. I'm like, did John Goodman put on his weight again? I mean, he absolutely got no respect, dude. And and I was just sitting there, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, that's what you get. That's what you get for playing in New York. And I said it too. I was loud, dude. I was like, that's what you get for playing for the Yankees, you bum. Right?
Got him.
Oh, it was so great.
Fantastic.
So great. But and I keep thinking about that night now, and every time, I mean, I was at the game, but every time I see videos on Facebook or TikTok from Saturday night, dude, it's a remote dropper. I'm just mesmerized. I'm watching it all over again, and it's one thing to kind of follow the Bananas on social media, but it's a completely different animal whenever you see them live. Right. And I am so on board with the Bananas. All right. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like the entertainment value was great. We got to see the guy taking that bat in stilts.
Like as much as you love seeing the videos of them on the field, and I love that, but they don't show the crowd much. Like you don't see the crowd getting into it. They have a few, in the background and stuff, but
they're playing all kinds of songs. I mean, people are singing along. I mean, it's everything from Journey to Taylor Swift.
Oh man, that's awesome,
dude. I'm just sitting there going, I'm like, yeah. I mean, in the bottom of the ninth, the game was tied, right? And
Yeah.
the Bananas won. They walked the game off, right? But I mean, during the inning, during the Bananas at bat, they were playing "Can't Stop Believing" or "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey, right?
Yes.
Great. It was perfect.
40,000 people screaming at the top of
Dude.
their lungs. But yeah,
It was
hell
nuts. And,
yeah.
like the pregame, they've got, this woman, she was out there in like this yellow ball gown. I was like, what is this, like their take on Princess Belle, kind of a thing? And no, her name is Princess Potassium. And you know that song Yellow?
Probably not.
I can't remember. Belle would know who sings it. I can't think of the name of the band off the top of my head. If you heard the song, I know you would recognize it. But like that's kind of like their Sweet Caroline. Like we sing it during the eighth inning stretch or seventh inning stretch. Dude, it was great.
I can see that.
It was so, dude, that it was so much fun. Like, of course, first ever banana ball game in a major league ballpark. Some jackass from Houston's got to run onto the field. And for a minute, we thought it was part of the show because he runs up to the center fielder. Center fielder tackles him and then acts like he's roping a calf, right? And so he puts his arm around the event staff guy, and then as soon as HPD comes hauling butt across the outfield, this dude takes off. And they tackled him. They threw him on the ground and they were cuffing him, and he was fighting them the whole time, dude. And then immediately afterwards, you started seeing security, started seeing police, just kind of like congregating around the Coldplay. Yes, thank you, Belle. Yeah, Yellow by Coldplay.
I'd have to hear it.
Yeah, play it later. I'm not gonna get into a copyright pissing match with our platforms, but I just that night was so much fun, dude, and it was completely worth it. I mean, even with the $90 parking, I was just I can't even be mad, just because of the experience that we got when we got into the ballpark. And then of course, Sunday morning, I wore my banana jersey to church. It was great.
We know where you were yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I had my last physical therapy appointment this morning. My physical therapist, she was like, "So how was the game on Saturday?" And I was like, "Oh my God, it was so good." I'm so jealous, I was sitting there like, and it was so good, man. But let me see here. Interesting factoid today I saw. Trevor Bauer. I had said something about it last week, I believe. He came over with the Japanese travel squad, like their exhibition travel squad.
Mm-hmm.
They played a game today against the Dodgers. Why is that important? Oh, I'm glad you asked. That was a great question. Trevor Bauer, before he got ran out of MLB because of some false accusations, the Dodgers was the last team that he played for. Right? He threw 3 innings today. Well, he was officially scored with he was officially scored with 2 innings, but he was consistent in the 96, 98 mile per hour range. He touched 100 or touched 99 3 times.
Nice.
And in the 3rd inning, he was letting the fans pick the pitches he was going to throw.
Really?
No earned runs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, when he was warming up today, a crowd of Dodger players was gathering around and watching him warm up.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
a little vindication for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a vindication. Somebody needs to sign that, man. I mean, 100%. I mean, he would be a great asset to any pitching staff, whether it's the bullpen or starting rotation. I mean, start him out in the bullpen, stretch him out, and bring him in as a starter, towards the second half of the season. But I'm just like, whew, boy, it was nice to see him back in the States. It's nice to see him pitching, and it's really nice to see him doing well. Let me see here. The bums from the Bronx. Garrett Cole, the overpaid pitcher
that defected from Houston and went to the Bums, needs an MRI on his pitching elbow.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd say it couldn't happen to a better guy, but
I like where this is going. Good D.
I mean, absolutely. You know, I mean, I hope he needs Tommy John. Just kind of putting that out there.
you don't want the arm to fall off. But
No, I don't want it to fall off. No. Giolito needs to undergo elbow surgery on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. We picked him up in free agency, I believe, for the Red Sox. The Dodgers and Padres have set their probable openers for their season opening Seoul series, where they're going to be playing in Seoul, South Korea. Let me see here. Not a whole lot of other news going on. At least as far as baseball is going to be concerned. Yeah. Okay. Football, on the other hand. And yes, David, before you have a chance to chime in or chastise me later for not doing proper producer duties. And I'm not talking about your producer duties. I'm talking about actual producer duties. I did put hashtags in the description on YouTube. So there you go. There has been a lot, and I mean a lot of football moves going on. For example, Tony Pollard of the Dallas Cowboys will no longer be a Dallas Cowboy. He is going to be a Tennessee Titan for the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good luck trying to rack up running yards there when the offensive line doesn't know how to block. Just kind of putting that out there.
Right.
He's gonna have a 2 touchdown game, and he's gonna have to take his entire offensive line. And I say offensive, not offensive. Well, they are offensive, not
They're
offensive.
very offensive.
They're offensive. Yeah, he's gonna take that entire O line out for stakes, and he's and you know, if he sees 800 yards rushing next year, he owes somebody a Rolex. That's all. I'm just kind of just putting that out there.
At least one.
Right. Kirk Cousins is on the move today. Saquon Barkley's on the move. Dude, there's a ton of people that just went everywhere, and it was so like in the AFC East, for the Buffalo Bills, quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. He came over. I believe he was with Chicago last year. Signed a 2-year, $5.25 million deal. That's worth up to 8.45 and includes 2.7 million guaranteed. Offensive tackle Deion Dawkins agreed to a 3-year, $60.5 million extension. So good for him. The Buffalo Bills were trying to free up a bunch of cap space, and he was the reason. So that's a good move. Offensive guard David Edwards, he agreed to a 2-year extension. Edge rusher AJ Espinosa re-signing on a 2-year deal worth up to $20 million. Cornerback Cam Lewis re-signing on a 2-year deal, and safety Taylor Rapp re-signed to a 3-year contract. The Dolphins tight end Jonnu Smith, 2 years, $10 million. Center Aaron Brewer signed a 3-year contract worth $21 million. They signed a couple of linebackers, Jordan Brooks, Anthony Walker, 3-year, $30 million, and a 1-year deal, respectively. Cornerback Nick Needham re-signed with the team on a free agent deal. Basically, what that equates to is that he went to test out free agency. Nobody really wanted him, so he went knocking on the door that, you know, he begged forgiveness from the hand that he bit. For the Patriots, we got running back Antonio Gibson, 3 years, 11.25. That includes $5.3 million fully guaranteed. Wide receiver Kendrick Bourne, re-signed on a 3-year deal, $19.5 million on that one with a max value of $33 million. So that's going to be some incentive laden deals. Tight end Hunter Henry signed a 3-year deal, $27 million. That's got a max value of $30 million. Offensive tackles, I'm not going to pronounce that first name, Okafor, and then Mike Owenu signed a free agent deal and then re-signing on a 3-year deal, $57 million. That includes $38 million guaranteed and $22.5 million signing bonus. So he's been paid. So they signed they wrote a big check for him and they said, go cash it. Just make sure that you got enough for per diem. Safety Kyle Duggar, not to be confused with Duger.
Please do not.
Right. Yeah. He received the transition tag, which will pay him $13.8 million for the 2024 season. The Jets, the only name worth mentioning is Greg Zuerlein, the kicker. They re-signed him on a 2-year deal, $8.4 million. That's actually a pretty good deal considering his resume. And for a kicker, we're not going to complain. AFC North, you got Nelson Aguilar signed a 1-year extension, and defensive lineman Justin Matabuke, not to be confused with Bukaki. Yeah. Re-signed on a 4-year deal, $98 million contract that includes $75.5 million guaranteed. And he initially received the non-exclusive franchise tag. So signed the new contract, kind of got out of that tag there. The Bengals, this was a surprise move. Wide receiver T. Higgins received the non-exclusive franchise tag, which will pay him around $21.8 million for the 2024 season. And then he immediately requested a trade.
Immediately,
like, you're not sticking that franchise tag on me. I don't care about the money at this point. Trade me. He did not want to play in Cincinnati. Tight end Drew Sample re-signed to a 3-year deal worth $10.5 million extension. That'll pay him $4.9 million next year. Offensive guard Cody Ford re-signed to a 1-year deal, and safety Geno Stone signing on a 2-year, $15 million deal that includes $6 million signing bonus. The Browns wide receiver Jerry Jeudy acquired from the Broncos in exchange for 5th and 6th round picks for next year. Trade does not become official until the new league year begins at 4 p.m. Eastern on March 13th. Edge rusher Zadarius Smith re-signing on a 2-year, $23.5 million deal that has a max value of $25 million. And the only thing of noteworthy mention, in fact, it's the only news coming out of the Pittsburgh Steelers camp, is that quarterback Russell Wilson plans on signing with the Steelers when the new league year begins again on March 13th. Moving on to the AFC South, we've got the Houston Texans. Tight end Dalton Schultz re-signed to a 3-year deal worth $36 million. That includes $23.5 guaranteed at signing. So ka-ching on him. If you see Dalton Schultz out in public, first round's on him. Defensive lineman Danico Autry signing a 2-year, $20 million deal that includes $10.5 million guaranteed. Linebacker Aziz Al-Shir. Al-Shir. There we go. Signing a 3-year, $34 million deal. Cornerback Mike Ford agreed to a 2-year deal worth $4.5 million. Cornerback Lonnie Johnson signed a 1-year contract, and cornerback Jeff Okudah signed a 1-year deal, $4.25 million, worth up to $6 million, and includes $2.5 million guaranteed. And then kicker Kamei Fairbairn.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, well, it's the kicker from last year. He agreed to a 3-year deal worth $15.9. The Colts. Wide receiver Michael Pittman's 3-year, $70 million deal, max value of 71.5, with 46 of that being guaranteed. And he initially received the non-exclusive franchise tag. Edge rusher Taquan Lewis re-signing on a free agent deal, And linebacker Zaire Franklin signing a 3-year deal, $31.26 million there. Jacksonville Jaguars acquired from the Patriots quarterback Mac Jones in exchange for the 2024 6th-round pick. The trade does not become official until the 13th. So I mean, that was a surprise move. So Mac Jones hopefully will see some playing time. It's probably not because of Trevor Lawrence, but it's not outside the realm of the impossible. He needs to sit under somebody who's established as a starter and learn 100%. And it's just, I think he got thrown to the wolves up there in New England.
Yeah.
And the expectations of him being such a high draft pick were, okay, go out there and be the next Brady. And I'm sorry, we're not going to see that. That's all there is to it.
Nope.
Wide receiver Gabe Davis signed a 3-year, $39 million deal with a max value of $50 million. Offensive lineman Blake Haynes signed an extension. That's all the information they gave on that. Offensive guard Ezra Cleveland signed a 3-year deal worth $28.5. That includes $14.5 million guaranteed. And center Mitch Morse agreed to a 2-year, $10.5 million deal with $7 million guaranteed. Edge rusher Josh Allen, not to be confused with the quarterback, but Josh Allen, the edge rusher. So I received the non-exclusive franchise tag, which will pay him $24 million for next season. And safety Darnell Savage signing a 3-year deal. The Tennessee Titans, here we go. Running back Tony Pollard, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, signed a 3-year, $24 million contract. That would be a good contract if they had an offensive line that was not offensive. And my daughter, who lives in Tennessee, she could attest that that's probably one of the bigger complaints on Tennessee sports radio, is that what the hell are the Titans doing? Just kind of throwing that out there. Center Lloyd Cushenberry signed a 4-year, $50 million deal that includes $26 million fully guaranteed and an $18 million signing bonus. Cornerback Azawazi, that's what I'm going with, signed a 3-year deal, $36 million deal. That includes $23 million of it guaranteed. And let me see here. The Denver Broncos, the donkeys of the Mile High Stadium. Safety Brandon Jones signed a 3-year deal. Safety PJ Locke re-signed a 2-year, $7 million deal with $9 million. That has a max value of $9 million. See, she said 100%. Yeah. And kicker Will Lutz re-signing in Denver after initially planning to sign with the Jaguars. So,
psych.
He's like, yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs, the current defending Super Bowl champion. Yeah, half of us don't claim the Titans anymore because what the fuck, right? Exactly. Defensive lineman Chris Jones re-signed to a 5-year, $158.75 million contract with $101 million in guarantees. Good for him.
101. Damn.
Good for him.
Hell yeah. Show your tits, hon.
Dude, I'm just kind of, they were throwing beads up into the crowd at the game on Saturday. And I almost caught some, right?
Oh.
And I looked at Mindy. I was like,
you would have shown your.
I'd have flashed my titties.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'd have caught him. I'd have flashed my titties for sure.
You're such a whore.
Dude, they even had a dad bod dance off.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, one guy, he gets out there, he ripped his shirt off and he's twerking. I mean, dude, he was working the infield grass, bro, and it was a glorious sight. It was great. Linebacker Drew Tranquill re-signing on a 3-year deal, $19 million contract that includes $13 million fully guaranteed. And cornerback L'Jarius Sneed received the non-exclusive franchise tag worth $19.8 million for next season. And punter Matt Azaria signed a deal for the league minimum. That seems incredibly underwhelming.
Way to finish strong there.
I mean,
That was the climax right there. Was
I mean, there's no chance in hell that you're going to go the entire season without getting any work. And if that was the case, yeah, league minimum, fuck, pay me.
right.
But you're going to have to punt. You're going to have to work.
Okay. I'd still do it. You didn't say you have to make it. You get the league minimum no matter where it goes.
I mean, you're going to have to average it at a minimum 35 to 48 yards a punt.
Well,
just to justify that contract.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, punters aren't out there, you know. I mean, with the exception of maybe Pat McAfee. You know, that dude's just a fucking stud, right?
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Gardner Minshew signing a 2-year, $25 million deal that includes $15 million guaranteed. That'll afford him a 2-bedroom apartment in Las Vegas
with
Yeah.
a
with a parking lot view.
He better have a roommate too.
Right, exactly. Running back Amir Abdullah re-signing with the Raiders. Center Andre James re-signing on a 3-year, $24 million contract that includes $16 million guaranteed. That is almost exactly what the quarterback's making. I mean, you flip-flop $1 million for the deal and then add it onto the guaranteed, and that's exactly what Gardner Minshew's making.
Wow.
Awesome. You know, I mean, can you imagine the quarterback, like the center muffs a punt, muffs a snap, right? And quarterback, Gardner Minshew starts climbing in his ass about it and like, dude, what the fuck? And we're like, look, dude, my nuts are just as golden as yours. Back the fuck up. Like,
shut up.
Defensive lineman Christian Wilkins signed a 4-year, $110 million contract that includes $84.75 million guaranteed. He's buying a house on the outskirts of town. That's what he's doing.
Right.
And he'll be lucky if he gets like maybe an acre and a half on his lot. The Los Angeles Chargers.
He can actually afford to go and eat on the strip too.
He can, especially on buffet night.
Just once.
Yeah, I mean, prime rib drop about drop about $27 on the buffet. Get you some prime rib that night, boy. I tell you what. Running back Gus Edwards signed a 2-year, $6.5 million deal that includes $3.375 million in guarantees. Tight end Will Disley signing a 3-year, $14 million deal that includes $10 million guaranteed. And safety Aloy Gilman re-signing on a 2-year, $11 million deal. So watch out, everybody. The Chargers are spending some big cash this year. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling, and we're in the NFC now.
Let's see how far it gets them.
We're in the NFC now, right? First team on the list, Dallas Cowboys.
Let's have it. How bad is it?
No news. There are no moves.
No?
None.
Zero.
Zip. It's Dallas Cowboys. Oh, here's the New York Giants with 4 guys. Newsflash, we weren't that good last year. I know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
Philadelphia. Shit the bed down the stretch.
I don't. Jerry Jones.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to explain this.
Let it ride.
I'm hoping that you can understand. This is how I felt watching the Red Sox during the offseason not do dick.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So really,
it's like Craig Breslow jumped into the front office job and told the Red Sox Nation, "You're gonna take this dick. I'm gonna give this dick right to you. I'm gonna shove it in you. This dick. Come on. It's horse shit, dude." All right. So on the Giants end of the things, running back Devin Singletary signed a free agent contract. Offensive tackle Jermaine
Illuminati.
There we go. I'm just going to call him Illuminati. Signed a 2-year, $14 million contract. Offensive guard John Runyon. John Runyon, that is a name I have not heard in a minute, dude. He signed a free agent deal with the Giants. Edge rusher Brian Burns acquired from the Panthers in exchange for the 2024 second and fifth round picks. Burns has agreed to a new 5-year deal with the Giants worth up to $150 million, $87.5 million guaranteed. That'll give him a broom closet in New York. The former first rounder had initially received the non-exclusive franchise tag from Carolina. The trade does not become effective until the 13th. Now, if he was smart, the stadium's in New Jersey, you might as well go live in fucking New Jersey so you can save yourself on some bullshit city taxes for the city of New York.
It's going to be a half of what you're going to fucking pay in New York.
Here's what's going to happen. Brian's going to go out on a road trip with he's going to go out of town with the team. He's going to come back and an undocumented person's going to be squatting in his apartment. He's going to lose everything.
Yeah.
Pedro rolling down the street in his brand new like Bentley that he just bought. Man, that's my car. No, it's not your car anymore. I'm sorry, David. I'm going to apologize in advance if that gets our episode flagged.
I'm not. I don't apologize. I don't apologize for shit. Said it. I own it. Boom.
Well, here's the thing. David doesn't have a nasty habit of texting you while you're at work. He has a nasty habit of texting me when I'm in class.
Listen, he can text all he wants. My phone's outside. I can't carry it into the clean room, so he can text.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So on the Eagles side of things, the former running back for the New York Giants, Saquon Barkley, signed a 3-year, $37.75 million contract with the Philadelphia Eagles. Tight end Albert Okuwunubanam, 1-year extension. Yeah, just go with that. Offensive guard Landon Dickerson agreed to a 4-year, $84 million extension that has a max value of 87, and $50 million of it was guaranteed. And he was entering the final year of his rookie contract. So they just renegotiated with him. They were like, hey, guess what? We're going to pay you because you did really good, kid. Edge rusher Brandon Graham agreed to a 1-year extension. Edge rusher Bryce Huff signed a 3-year, $51.1 million contract. And linebacker Julian Okwara signed a free agent contract with the Eagles. The Commanders. I'm so happy when a federal appellate judge says that the team has to rename themselves back to the Redskins. Like, that would just be so great. Be fucking awesome is what it would be. All right, so Washington Commanders running back Austin Eckler signed a 2-year deal worth up to $11.43. He receives a $3 million signing bonus and $4.82 million in year 1 of the contract.
Damn. There's some well,
you think about where he's playing. The fact that he's playing in Washington, that's really good.
Right. I said there's some
Zach Ertz, who won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles, if I'm not mistaken, signed a 1-year deal as a tight end worth up to $5 million with Washington. Great. Awesome. Center Tyler Biadasz formerly of the Cowboys. He went to the dark side. Man, that's signed a 3-year, $30 million contract. Man. I mean, to be fair, they probably went to sign there because they didn't want to have the pressure of playing in December and January. They can just lay back, collect a check.
It's true. This is too much work.
It's like, I mean, it's like going to play baseball in Seattle. There's no pressure of the playoffs there.
You can start planning the fall,
or
you don't have to keep it open.
Or going up to Colorado and playing for the Rockies, knowing that in the off season, when everybody else is worried about playoffs and making the World Series, you're probably bagging an elk off in the Rockies somewhere. It's going to be great. Edge Edge rusher Durance Armstrong signed a 3-year deal worth up to $45 million, and linebacker Frankie Luvo signed a 3-year, $36 million deal. You like my new camera angle? I put the camera up higher so you can see more of the desk.
I do.
Yeah. I thought so. I mean, and then plus the soundboard has now made its official appearance,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Your microphone looks a little bare.
It does. It does. I tell you what here. I'm going to do this. There we go.
Oh,
See
there,
that?
there you go. Okay, yeah.
All right. Oh man.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah. So the Bears, we're in the NFC North now. Running back DeAndre Swift agreed to a 3-year, $24 million deal. Offensive tackle Ryan Bates acquired from the Bills in exchange for Chicago's 2024 5th-round pick. And of course, as stated before, it does not become official until the 13th. Cornerback Jalen Johnson re-signed to a 4-year, $76 million contract. Johnson initially received the non-exclusive franchise tag, and he was like, give me a new contract. Safety Kevin Baird agreed to a 2-year, $15 million deal. And let me see here. Patrick Scales re-signed on a 1-year deal contract that includes more than $1 million guaranteed. That's all the information we got. That just sounds like a shit deal, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm just okay. The Detroit Lions coming in for their encore performance. Offensive guard Graham Glasgow, 3 years, $20 million extension, $9.5 million guaranteed. Edge rusher Marcus Davenport, 1-year deal. Linebacker Jalen Reeves Mabin, 2-year deal extension worth up to $8 million, including $5.245 guaranteed. Cornerback Carlton Davis acquired from the Bucs, along with 6-round picks in 24 and 25, in exchange for a 24th third-round pick. The trade did not become effective until when?
I don't know.
The 13th. Come on, man.
Listen, I'm feeling it. I gotta. It's like having David here all over again. I gotta,
But it's infantry day, and I expect more of you. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. See, but I'm not a Marine.
See, if you were, then I could excuse the ignorance.
Come talk to me on June 14th, then we'll talk.
Okay. All right.
Then I'll know.
Okay. Cornerback Emmanuel Mosley re-signed to a free agent deal. Kicker Michael Badgley re-signed on a 1-year deal. The Green Bay Packers running back Josh Jacobs, 4 years, $48 million. That includes 12.5 signing bonus and 14.8 in the first year of the deal. Safety Xavier McKinney signed a 4-year deal worth $68 million, including $25 million in year 1. So when I see contracts structured like that, that tells me that they know he's on the back end of his career, and they're going to they're just planning ahead to make cap space. That's what it is. So
Right. Sounds like
you know who we have not heard from tonight? Maria. She's not here.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's what that
That's quite possibly the biggest middle finger ever.
That's what that empty feeling is.
Yeah, I mean, it's collusion, which, by the way, is a state jail felony in the state of Texas.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
She would argue and say she's
David
not in
to
Texas.
impact our quality of life. That's exactly what happened.
She
Minnesota
would say
Vikings.
she's not in Texas, so it doesn't count.
Do what now?
I said she would argue she's not in Texas, so it doesn't count.
But her home of record is in Texas.
True.
Just gotta say. All right. Minnesota Vikings tight end Johnny Munt re-signed with the Vikings. No information on that deal or the deal for David Quasenberry, who's an offensive tackle. He re-signed with the Vikings. Edge rusher Andrew Van Ginkel. Yes, Van Ginkel. Signed a 2-year contract. No additional information. Edge rusher Jonathan Greenard signed a 4-year, $76 million deal, and linebacker Blake Cashman signed a 3-year contract worth up to $25.5. In the NFC South, I think we've got 2 divisions left. All right, so the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins of the Vikings signed a 4-year, $180 million contract that includes a $50 million signing bonus. He receives $100 million guaranteed, includes $90 million in 24 and 25, and another $10 million in 26. Kirk Cousins won the offseason.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And Liam McCullough re-signed with the Falcons, according to the team. Yeah. That screams, I'm signing for the league minimum, but don't let my baby mamas know, because then they're going to take me back to court.
Exactly.
I mean, is that a bigoted statement? No, it's just, as somebody who's paying child support, I feel you, brother. I really do. just putting that out there. Carolina Panthers offensive guard Robert Hunt signed a 5-year, $100 million deal that include 26.5 signing bonus. Cornerback Troy Hill re-signing on a 1-year deal, and JJ Jansen re-signed on a 1-year deal. Again, same thing probably applies there. The New Orleans Saints. Don't come at me with the who dat. I don't care. Just kind of putting that out there. Linebacker Demario Davis agreed to a new 2-year deal. He was entering the final year of his contract. Safety Tyrann Mathieu signed a 2-year contract worth up to $13.75 million with $10 million guaranteed. The contract, which includes 3 voidable years to reduce his 2024 cap number by $6.5 million, includes a $5 million signing bonus and $1.5 million base salary for next season, plus a $1 million guaranteed roster bonus and $6.25 million salary in 25. Now, depending on what ward he decides to buy his house in, that's an affordable salary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on, which
it's a 2-year contract, but this includes 3 voidable years. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's some new math right there. This is the deal that I think I'm the most happy about. Tampa Bay Buccaneers re-signing quarterback Baker Mayfield on a 3-year, $100 million deal that includes $30 million fully guaranteed in year 1, and it has a max value of $115. He also receives $10 million fully guaranteed in year 2, plus $10 million guaranteed for injury in 2025, which becomes fully vested next season. They are going to, it is safe to say that I think Tampa Bay has found their quarterback, and they're going to make sure that he's being taken care of and that he's happy. Wide receiver Mike Evans of Texas A&M alum re-signed on a 2-year deal worth $52 million. So good for him. Whoop. Safety Anton Winfield Jr. received the non-exclusive franchise tag, and kicker Chase McLaughlin re-signing on a 3-year, $12.3 million deal. Moving into the NFC West. The only name worth mentioning for the Arizona Cardinals is going to be Sean Murphy Bunting, signed a 3-year, $25.5 million deal that includes $17.5 million guaranteed. And if I don't go into the other names, I know David's going to freaking have a conniption. Offensive guard Tristan Colon spelled Colon. Cologne. I know it's spelled, I know it's pronounced Cologne, but I'm just going with colon.
Cologne.
Yeah, he re-signed on a 1-year, $1.75 million contract that includes $450,000 guaranteed and has a max value of $2 million. That's a shit deal,
Yes.
pun intended. Defensive lineman Justin Jones, 3 years, $30.1 million. That includes $19.75 million guaranteed. Linebacker Mac Wilson agreed to a 3-year, $12.75 contract worth up to 15. And then we already went over Sean Murphy Bunting. The Los Angeles Rams.
Meh.
Meh. Offensive guard. I'm just going to do this. Offensive guard. Kevin Dotson re-signing on a 3-year deal worth $48 million, $32 million guaranteed. Offensive guard Jonah Jackson signing a 3-year, $51 million deal that includes $34 million guaranteed. The San Francisco 49ers re-signed Brandon Allen, the quarterback, back up to Brock Purdy on a free agent deal. Offensive tackle Colton McKivitz signed a 1-year deal, $7 million extension, keeping him under contract through the 25 season. And edge rusher Leonard Floyd signed a 2-year, $20 million deal that's worth up to $24 million and includes $12 million guaranteed year one. And the last team, Seattle Seahawks, tight end Noah Fant, re-signed on a 2-year deal worth $21 million. So in short, there was a ton of stuff that happened today. The biggest thing that kind of just popped up out of nowhere was Tony Pollard leaving the Cowboys. I didn't even hear about the Biotish deal until I just read it. So I mean, that's a big surprise.
Yep.
So the Cowboys, they need to start looking around. They need to start shopping for some of these free agents because you don't want a rookie under center.
No,
you don't want to do it.
You better start looking now too, because they'll get.
I mean, it's either that or I mean, it's a lock. It's a guarantee that you're not going to be able to pay Jason Kelce enough to come out of retirement.
No, oh God, no.
Especially because he's Philly through and through. I mean, if he's not willing to extend his career by 1 year to play with his brother in Kansas City,
say, his brother would be the only thing that would do it.
Yeah. So I've been on the carnivore diet for like the last 3 weeks, and I'm down 8 pounds.
Nice.
And I found, and it's all like natural fats and stuff like that, right? So like heavy whipping cream I can put in coffee. I can make, there's even carnivore ice cream. But there's no sugar, no carbs, right? I think I've had a total of 3 carbs over the last 3 weeks.
Nice.
3 grams of carbs. So I'm at HEB tonight, and I'm looking, and I see this cold brew concentrated coffee stuff, and I'm like, all right, there's no sugar, no carbs in it. I'm like, all right, let me give it a shot. And I got the stuff that had like a chocolate mocha flavor to it, but again, there's no sugar, and I'm like, huh. So you take like 6 ounces of concentrate, 6 ounces of milk or water.
I was gonna say you didn't try drinking it straight, did you?
No. No, I would not be able to sit still like at all. I mean, I'd be like Ricochet Rabbit over here. But it's actually really good. Really good. I made a frappe earlier. I took the heavy whipping cream, the concentrate, and threw some ice in a blender cup.
Okay.
Mixed up, dude. I had that with my dinner, which was some fried stew meat. Cooked it up in some bacon grease from earlier today.
Nice.
And fun fact, cornstarch is carnivore friendly because it's 0 sugar, 0 carbs.
Right.
So I use it to thicken my gravy with, right?
Yeah. Instead of flour.
So I took the bacon grease gravy and I poured it over my stew meat, bro.
Nice.
I mean, this morning I woke up, I had like 4 soft boiled eggs and a steak for breakfast.
Mm. It's a
So,
rough.
dude,
It's a rough life.
when I was at the ballpark on Saturday, I had 2 hot dogs without the bun and a bottle of water.
Wow. Good on you.
Meanwhile, everybody fucking around me is eating hamburgers. They're eating shit, with buns on it, and they're drinking beer, and I'm just like, fuck, I just want a beer. But dude, I'm focused, right? Because I got on the scale and it said 250, and I was like, fuck that life, right? I am not about that shit. So I'm trying to get down to 200.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I had made my mind up that I was gonna have a cheat day at the ballpark, right? Because if you're gonna cheat at the ballpark.
Yeah.
And to put it into context, cheat on your diet at the ballpark. Don't try to twist my words. Don't try to take shit out of context.
Especially when you bring your wife with you. Don't be cheating.
Yeah.
Ballpark.
But I get to the ballpark, man, and I'm just like, she goes, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, she goes, "What do you want?" I said, just hot dogs, no toppings. There's no mustard, nothing. I was like, no. She, what do you want to drink? She goes, I was like, water. She goes, is it okay if I have a beer? I'm like, yeah, sure. So she tried that the Bud Light seltzer stuff.
Yeah.
And she says she really enjoyed it. She got the black cherry. She goes, you would like that. I'm like,
They're
I'm
not
sure I
bad.
would.
Any
I
of those
said,
seltzers are not bad.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, at some point, at some point, I'm just gonna have a cheat day, But there's a number I want to hit before I do that, kind of a thing. So,
Right. You got to earn.
and but 3 weeks into this thing, and I'm like, you know what? It's not that hard of a diet to maintain. It's really not, and it's not so extreme. I mean, it's just meat, cheese, eggs, and that's it.
See, like that's like a third of the diet I can't eat though. That's why I steered like there's other ways you can do about it.
But with, because I mean, like you eat bread, right? And there's eggs in that.
I try to.
You try to limit your bread intake.
I do try to limit.
That's good. I mean, and it's odd because it's like the only time I'm on this diet that's supposed to be like all natural, that kind of a thing, right? And I do slightly cheat once a week, and it's at church when we take communion, because you have to take the body and then yeah. So, but it's one of those like unleavened wafers, So I don't know if it actually counts, but dude, when that grape juice hits my tongue, dude, my body's going, oh, that's the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, you just want to lick the communion cup out. You just want to like,
Oh. Can I go around again?
Right? It's one of those deals where like you just hear Sean Connery and Monty Penny having a conversation. She's like, oh, James, you're such a cunning linguist. You should hear my Dutch from time to time, Master Kenny. Best line I've ever heard Sean Connery say was from The Rock. He was like, he's like, losers drive brown Volvos and winners get to go home and fuck the prom queen.
Was the prom queen.
I drive a brown Volvo and my girlfriend was the prom queen. Like, okay, all right. There's a fan theory out there that The Rock is an unofficial James Bond movie.
Yes, I've seen that. I actually buy that because
I do.
A lot of sense.
It really does, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So I mean, like, he's so dangerous that like the government just wants to keep him locked away. But yeah, you're gonna put him. I'm like, he's years out of practice, but yet he is still tactically aware enough where he can keep you from getting slaughtered like the SEAL team that you went in with.
Right.
It's glorious.
Like they
All right.
did not last long at all.
Yeah. Let me see here. Well, that's because Ed Harris's Marines had the high ground. That's all there was to it.
You know what's funny? That movie hadn't even come out yet.
Right?
Now we know where George Lucas got it from.
You unoriginal bitch.
Got it from The Rock. Oh my God. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
Did you hear that new song? It's about you. It's called The Rocket Man.
It's you. You're the Rocket Man. I don't listen to that soft rock bullshit. Well, it's you. You're the Rocket Man. Oh man, that's a good. I haven't seen that movie in forever. That was one of the few movies where he actually, like Nicolas Cage, actually was somewhat normal. I don't think he ever.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he went full Nick Cage one time in that movie.
no, he didn't. Nick Cage is the he's the everyman's.
Oh, did you hear?
He's the everyman's Gary Busey.
Yes. Did you hear that there is a rumor floating around that he has been asked to come back one last time as Johnny Blaze
Yeah, it's like a multiverse thing.
and make a cameo in the new Deadpool? This is a rumor, but
Yeah.
bro, if they could pull that off, that would be amazing.
Oh, let's see here. Okay. As you can see, I got to
I knew that was a horrible idea. I still like it.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. As you can tell, everybody, how late out. Let's see here. We started. You're an hour late, Maria.
Hey, there she is.
You are an hour late. And you know it was. She her ears were burning because she knew somebody was talking about her.
Threw it out
It
there.
was us that we were the ones talking about you.
What did I say about being late?
Yeah.
You remember the text I sent you?
It's like your girlfriend's period. It's always late, but you're glad that it shows up. Yeah.
I was proud of that one.
What? No. We have to give the approval. But that lamp's on, so we're in here. Yes. So David finally. He I kept saying that I was going to get one of those on-air lamps to put outside the studio.
Yes.
And David last week.
True?
Yeah, well he got laid. Who? What? Nobody got laid.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guy. Let's go. All right. Anyways. Especially not David. Jesus. Kidding me? Hold on, dude. Holy shit. There's an ebb and flow to the show.
We haven't even done your intro yet.
Yeah, your intro hasn't even been played yet. Fuck's sake, dude.
Hard charger.
Damn. Fucking spare parts, bro. Don't be so basic.
High speed, low drag.
You're being Templi right now, dude. Don't be so Templi. All right. All right.
Fucking embarrassing.
Bro, be better. You're my genetic code, so just sit there and wait.
It can be
All
you.
right.
It can be better.
All right. Okay. Boy.
Mm.
Okay. David, finally, she was using her imagination. Okay. So he ordered an on-air lamp. Yeah, we're good at waiting, you know. I mean, the patience of a sniper.
Mhm.
Exactly. So, or wait, Colin, hand that one, and hand that up, that round up there. Yeah, hand that to me, pretty please. Take your headphones off because that way you can reach. Yeah, come on. There we go. Listen. Can you hear that?
I can.
It's still a live round. Look, the primer has not been punched. Good old great tip.
Nice.
I think this round is at least 30 years old.
Damn.
So patience. So it's a situation where I'm like, okay.
It pays off in the end.
It does pay off in the end. David will tell you it pays off in the end because that's where he gets all of his paydays.
In your endo.
Ooh. Oh, very well done. Very well done. Yes. Where's a good sound for that one?
May the force be with you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. So just to kind of give Maria a little bit of cliff notes here, so that way she's caught up. No, I have not played the want yet. The want. What is everybody talking about?
A 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about.
Oh.
Did you say want to a 10-year-old? No. Jeez, Dick. So we went over Saturday night. I went to the Savannah Bananas game at Minute Maid Park, their first ever major league ballpark. It was sold out. Over 41.5 million people were there, or 41.5 thousand people there. I'm sorry, 41.5 thousand people.
How big do you think that stadium is?
Well, it was overflowing. You know, it was like
like
the 1920s. You had people hanging off of the, off the roofs from the skyscrapers and the skyline. It was such a the word fun does not begin to encompass the experience. Then we went over baseball. We talked ad nauseum about NFL trade deals that happened today. Just because that was the last thing David texted us. He was like, I'm working, so there was a shitload of NFL thing. Just do it. And I'm like, all right, fine. So we did that. And you happened to slide into our DMs just in time for Colin's segment of the show. And here we are, rising from the smoke and haze of desolation. It's much too foggy, but it's a Ronin, bent on wrongdoing that which has been said right, but here for your ears and your eyes even to feast upon. It's somebody's genetic code, but ladies, gentlemen, angry faithful, all ages, it's that time again for joke time with Colin. As you can tell, he's completely invested in the production of this show tonight. So here we go. Ready? Yeah. Speak into the microphone.
What's 6.9? Good time run by a period.
Yep.
It is.
Is that at one?
And I told you to come with this with the Thunder, dude. The 1 week you're in the studio.
Another one.
Oh my god.
Just let this be fun for me.
Oh my god.
We're trying. We're very, very, very trying.
Mm-mm.
Negative visualization, Jerry, explains a lot about where you're at.
Yep.
That actually does explain a lot about where we're at right now.
It does. Maria's like, you can do better than that, bro.
Right?
Come on, man. I mean, now if your sister chimes in and she's like, seriously, that's it?
That's Bush League, man.
How you cure ginger?
Hold on. Hold on.
How do you cure ginger? Chemo.
Okay, a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit better.
Okay.
I'll give you that one.
Is that your parting shot for the week? He wants to get upstairs, back to spending time with his brothers. I guess just being in the same house as me is good enough for him.
No, I.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Doing what?
We were upstairs.
Yeah, but remember they took an hour away from us too, so it was.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we did lose an hour. Yeah.
So yeah, well, it wasn't a whole day.
Okay, fine. And just like that, he's gone without regard or care for your moral well-being.
You like the back and forth I established there?
Unfortunately, have been witness to yet another traumatic episode of this guy's genetic code assaulting your soul without consent. It's so violent. I just don't know what to do. But, ladies, gentlemen, again, angry faithful of all ages, this was joke time with Colin.
Say see you later, Colin.
Bye.
You're supposed to say see you
I'll
later.
see you later.
Fucking spare parts, bud.
We'll watch a movie tomorrow. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know what movies can be.
Yes, I know. And there he goes, everybody. A variable cornucopia of excitement and enthusiasm. Just go. It's understandable. It's spring break. It's all good. It's whatever. They can't all be, they can't all be like
60%
Hall of
of
Fame.
the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's mostly funny.
Is that 60% of the time? Works every time.
Yes, Maria. I have right, Bell. So much excitement he couldn't contain it. Exactly. I mean, you have been wowed with the enthusiasm of Ben Stein. If you don't know who Ben Stein is, shame on you.
Bueller. Dude, I used to love that show.
The game show he had, Ben
Yeah,
Stein's Money. Oh,
yeah, Win Ben Stein's Money. I loved that show.
But yeah, he is allowed an off week, and unfortunately, that week was this week. I heard from my roommate's cousin's sister's girlfriend that he was at 31 Flavors last night and he started horking up a lung. Like,
Oh, fuck, did we get ice cream?
right? When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Did you get ice cream? I don't need fucking ice cream.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. And you know what? I mean, this jersey was $85, right?
Mhm.
And it's an Evo Shield, which is like they're big into baseball. Right? That's like almost exclusively what they produce is baseball gear.
Yeah,
This jersey, hands down, is probably one of the more comfortable ones that I own.
nice.
Yeah, I'm like,
So for $85.
well, and nothing is stitched on it at all. I mean, all the graphics are not screen printed, but silk printed,
Yeah,
silk screen.
still screen.
But dude, it's so comfortable. Oh my god, it's a very, very comfortable jersey. And I've been wearing this bananas headband, this bandana. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
not.
If I wasn't, you know, if you know, I was one of those guys that was comfortable enough in his skin. Once, you know, once I get back into the gym and do everything to try to hit this target weight, then we'll start having that conversation where Johnny wears his jerseys without undershirts on. So
Yeah, I feel your pain.
yeah, it was almost as much as the parking. Thank you for ripping the fucking scab off, Bell. Good God. Jeez. Just pick.
Yep. She don't want you to forget.
It's like when you pop a pimple, right?
Mhm.
And then you keep squeezing it because it's that good kind of pain, or like when you were a kid and you lost a tooth and you kept tonguing the tooth hole, you know?
Tongue
You're
in
like,
the tooth hole.
tongue in the tooth hole, man. I'm just, you know, it's one of those deals where, you know, as a young man, that's kind of like our introduction to exploring crevasses with the tip of our tongue. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's where we get the first taste of blood,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, that's true. I never thought about that.
Yeah, first taste of blood. And then later on in your adolescent years, you're in your Red Wings. 99.9% of the time it's by accident, but still
Nope.
you kind of pass it off.
Nope. Never.
You never
I
got
am
those?
Red Wingless.
Really?
That is a Boy Scout badge that I am just as happy not to have.
Mine came by way of Vanderbilt University. I'm just kind of putting that out there. That's all I'm gonna say, dude.
Oof.
All I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah. When you know, think about it like this. You know, your face comes up and you're like, and you go, so would you like to know how I got these scars? Never
Yes.
start with the head, because then they get all woozy.
You can't feel anything after that. See?
See, some men just want to watch the world burn.
Well, I look like the kind of guy that has a plan.
I was just about to say that, man. Do I look like the kind of guy who has a plan?
Look at a dog chasing a car. I don't know what I'm
Oh,
going
no,
to do.
now you're starting to sound like Harry Carey. You're like a dog chasing the car. Wowsy ding.
Gone back to the 60s era. Sorry, my bad.
Will Clark laces a hit out the center field. I think I'm double parked. Okay. Hour and 22, and we're done with Colin's segment. We're gonna do NASCAR. Oh boy.
Might be shut down a little bit early.
I know, right? I'm like,
Nope, I said it. I jinxed it. I had to. I just had to say something.
you did. I forgive you though.
Yeah.
Okay. Christopher Bell won the race in Phoenix this past Sunday, yesterday, for those of you keeping up. This next race is going to be on Sunday, March 17th at 2:30 Central Time. The Food City 500 from Bristol Motor Speedway, to be seen on Fox, heard on PRN, which is the Performance Racing Network, or SiriusXM, or the SiriusXM app. Worth noting, this is not a dirt race, thank God. It is going to be on the asphalt, like God intended. After that, they make a stop just outside of Austin for Circuit of the Americas. Then they go to Richmond and then Martinsville. I'm just not all that. There's not a lot of NASCAR news, period. Joey Logano a couple of weeks ago, after last week's, or was it when they got done at Atlanta? His driving gloves were confiscated by NASCAR.
Oh?
Because he had webbed fingers.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
And so when you stick your hand out the window, it scoops air. And even though it's very, very minute, when you're driving 200 miles an hour, every little bit of downforce counts.
Yeah.
And that glove was creating downforce. And I think they were trying to skirt the rule by not modifying the car, but they modified his equipment.
Right.
So I don't know if there was I don't think that there was a fine. I just think NASCAR took the gloves and said, don't ever do that shit again.
I think if they show up again in somebody's,
yeah, then it's not going to be it's going to be a no.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's always best to be the first one.
And I'm hoping that last phrase gave Maria a little bit of a flashback, because we had a very dear teacher who would say that all the time. Not just a but a no. Come on, Maria. I know you know who used to say this all the time. I know you know who that used to say this. I'll wait. I'll wait for the delay. I know it's there.
It's coming. I feel it. It's coming.
And just nope, wrong button. There we go. Come on, waiting for it. Hey, look at that.
You really are your father's children.
Yes, absolutely. Sarge used to say that. Good old Sergeant Savell, ROTC NCO from high school. Yes, I was one of those kids, but we weren't like the high speed ROTC guys, that go to the Army Navy store and buy all like the body armor without putting plates in it and shit, and they're taking selfies and inside of axle bars, talking about how they're going hard, and the Army's going to be a breeze for them. They're going to be the next Army Ranger. The next Army Ranger is like, shut up. Those kids that walk around, they got all the fruit salad on their dress uniform, and then when they get to the real Army, and they get their service ribbon, and it's like, well, that's all I get.
What happened to
no. I didn't get a good conduct medal because I had good stories. That's why I've got good stories to tell. It's like, yeah. I would love to talk with him, but I don't know. I'm friends with Joey and Jason on Facebook. Jason interacts with me more than Joey does. Took the fam, stayed at the house about a year or two ago. Oh yeah, his wife Connie. Yeah. But yeah. Hey, next time you talk to him, tell him I said hi. We even gave him a shout out on my show, so there's that. Trying to think here. I don't have anything. Oh. All right, so you know how Blue is really popular now?
Yeah, as well it should be.
It should be, yeah. I did something very shameless. I downloaded Bluey the video game on Game Pass, and I have been playing it. just for the achievements.
I noticed that on
And
the
it's
Xbox
actually
screen. I was like,
very entertaining. Like,
I
Okay.
saw it. What was it? Yesterday.
you were praying and hoping that it was one of the kids, didn't you? Yeah, shameless. Me.
I
Don't belong in the same sentence.
I thought so, but there was also that other part of my brain was like, this motherfucker just downloaded fucking Bluey for his damn self. I just know he did. I was like,
I did.
it's gotta be one
Oh,
of the kids.
Okay, so at the Bananas game, dude, right? All right, so they're playing all kinds of music, right? They played the SpongeBob theme song,
Yeah,
the
hell
whole damn stadium,
that
41,000 people singing SpongeBob, right?
one. Yikes.
And then Blue's Clues made an appearance. We just got a letter. We just
Oh
got
my
a
god,
letter.
yes.
Dude, everybody is fucking singing that. Right? It was like, wonder who it's from. Woo! It was so great, dude. Like the guys that were in the outfield, they're doing this thing.
Yes.
It's so awesome, dude. Oh, if you have a chance anywhere near you to go see the Savannah Bananas live, I highly recommend. Oh man, it was so great. And the story, like the backstory on like the legitimate backstory on a lot of these players is just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and you hear, you hear the story of the owner. He now has 3 independent teams that play banana ball. He's got the Bananas, he's got the Party Animals, and the firemen or the firefighters is his newest team. And dude, the promotional photos for his firefighters team,
Yeah.
they're all rocking Tacoma FD mustaches, dude.
Yes. I
You
haven't
know,
seen
I'm
that yet.
expecting like the shtick to be like dudes that are chiseled out, rubbed down with baby oil, wearing freaking firefighter suspenders under their jerseys, right?
Yeah. Nope.
No, it's firefighter themed jerseys, and they're
Yeah,
all
lots of
rocking
those.
like, fucking, Neil Patrick Harris like mustaches from Thousand Ways to Die in the West,
Handlebar.
dude. The mustache, you know. I'm like,
I mustache you a
I
question.
mustache you a question, you know, and dude, it
Yes.
is awesome. That's all I got to say. It's awesome. But yeah,
man.
and it's just wow. Be back in a few. What? Oh, she's gonna go look it up. Anyway, so, but yeah, dude, I wore this bandana, this headband. I wore it to physical therapy today. I wore it to HEB. I cut the grass in it. Like, I forgot that I had it on halfway through the day. It's that comfortable.
That's
It really is. Not looking anything up. Yeah, sure. Sarcasm inserted here.
I think
God.
I think we covered everything.
This show came to a screeching
Unless you
halt.
want to know who's winning the Washington Winnipeg hockey game. Winnipeg is up 3-0 in the third.
Really?
I finally, you'd be proud of me.
Yeah.
I finally broke down and got ESPN Plus.
Nice.
So now I have some way of watching some sports. It was my son, my oldest boy, because he was over this weekend. He kind of talked me into it because Saturday we were watching the UFC undercard,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's like, "They're streaming it there," and I was like, "I already have Disney." I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go ahead and do it."
Let's get the bundle, right?
So
Get the bundle. Save
yeah.
you some.
And it was, dude. I had Disney, I think Premium or Ultra or whatever it was.
Mhm.
I'm paid as much for that as what I'm now paying. I'm have ads, but for all three, the 3 bundle, I'm paying the same as what I was paying for just Disney. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Watch that fight. Which, by the way, there were some really good fights.
yeah, I heard about. Oh, speaking of fights, we would be so
Oh, completely. I
totally
meant to bring it up
remiss.
too, and I completely forgot about it. Dude, how did we almost let that one go? Completely forgot. David's probably right now thinking about time. He was
If
probably
they don't fucking talk about this, blah 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 blah
the
blah.
whole
Okay.
time.
So the YouTuber Jake Paul signed a deal to fight Mike Tyson live on Netflix July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas.
But the real story there is, have you seen all the restrictions?
Oh, Jake Paul is excluded from drug testing.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there going, like, what?
He
And
can
he
tag
doesn't
in.
have to make weight. He doesn't have to weigh in.
Nope. And he can tag in Logan.
Yeah, you know what I think would be funny as hell? Mike Tyson goes in there and knocks his ass out in the first round.
Oh, he will. Well,
Oh.
but they get to wear headgear too, though, so that they're
Yeah, he gets to wear headgear. Mike Tyson doesn't.
he's not going to need it.
No, he's not gonna need it all. He's gonna get, dude. He's gonna get his ass beat. Dude.
He's gonna get destroyed.
His brother's gonna get tagged in, and he's still gonna have white shit on his nose because he did a key bump, right there, next to the ring.
If
I think that was part of the reason why he got the drug testing exclusion, because he knew his brother was going to come up hot.
100%.
Oh,
If
bro.
it's not a first round knockout, then it's rigged.
If it doesn't if it doesn't knock him out in the first round, I say the most that he will go is 3. But like everybody is like showing, Mike Tyson has his media team has released new workout footage.
Yes. And for a
The
59
guy with the speed pads
yes.
is still tapping out.
Yes.
Mike
like
Tyson.
the look of fear that his pad guy has when he's actually unleashing full speed.
Yeah.
He is as well he should be. It is terrifying.
Oh yeah.
At 59 years old.
So Paul, he's got a pro record since his debut in 2020. 9 wins and 1 loss with 6 knockouts.
Pro,
yes. He's mostly amateur.
They're all he's amateurs.
He recently
Fucking
defeated Ryan
amateurs.
Borland via TKO on March 2nd. No, the fuck he didn't. Tyson, 50 wins, 6 losses, 44 knockouts. And I think what's going to happen is that they're going to be kind of like pawing at each other a little bit. Logan's going to come in and he's going to catch Mike Tyson off guard, and he's going to unleash like the 20-year-old version of Mike Tyson. Mike's going to get pissed the fuck off, right? We're going to see a reenactment of the whole "he hits like a pussy" at the end of the fight.
Oh, dude. Another Evander Holyfield moment.
No, we're not going to see any bites.
Through the fucking headgear, just rip it off with his teeth.
Right? I mean, okay, so
you're going after a stuffed
Mike
animal.
Tyson said, he was quoted, he said, "I'm very much looking forward to stepping into the ring with Jake Paul at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. He's grown significantly as a boxer over the years, so it'll be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience and aptitude of a goat." It's a full circle moment that will be beyond thrilling to watch, as I started him off on his boxing journey on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones. Now I plan to finish him. That is from Mike Tyson. Bro, yes. I hope that not only does Jake Paul lose, but I hope that Jake Paul decides to hang up the gloves after this fight. Because honestly, I am sick to death of hearing about Jake Paul being the great boxer.
He is not.
Like when all you do is sign fights with retirees. I mean, with the exception of Tyson, everybody else has been like,
this is the first.
They've come up to the ring in a walker.
Right.
or a hover round.
Or he'll pick fights with and he's like, I fought an MMA fighter. You boxed MMA fighter.
Yeah.
You didn't fight an MMA fighter.
Oh, I wrestled
Get in the octagon and fight him his way, and let's see how you do.
My daughter, she goes, the jaw crack that will be heard around the world, and I can't wait. Yes.
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 You really are your father's children.
Yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
God. I mean, as soon as I saw that advertisement, I mean, like, because you heard rumblings of it, last summer, right?
Yeah.
And was like, Jake Paul didn't want that smoke. He doesn't want that smoke at all, right? As soon as you saw the video and saw the promotional posters for it, I mean, dude, really the only people that want Jake Paul to win are Jake Paul and his brother.
Exactly.
Like,
No,
there was even a video. Jake took a FaceTime call from his mom, and his mom's like, "What are you, nuts? He's gonna knock you out."
Dude, even your mom is like, what the
Like, even your mom is like, bro. Yeah. Just oof, boy.
Boy, I thought I raised you better.
Are you just stupid? Like, man.
fantastic.
Oh, those YouTube video pranks you guys be pulling me giving you some brain damage. You need to lay off that prime. That's what you need to do.
Speaking of odd things, odd sports that's going. Did you see that? Forgive me, his name escapes me, but golfer, he hit a shot and
into that dude's
into the
vodka.
Vodka cranberry. Did you hear the announcers? They were just like they're following the ball around. He's like, and
like, where'd it go?
no, like,
The guy's like,
weird.
"It's in my drink."
The guy's like, oh my god. Afterwards, so he came up.
He comes up and he's like, I saw that video today, and he was like, yeah, I at least owe you a drink. He goes, oh, I'm going to finish this one anyway, but yeah.
He's like, he's drinking in there with a ball still in there, right? So he gave him a ball, and then he ended up leaving that one because the official was like, just do a club length and we'll play from there.
Yeah.
And he's like, I feel bad. He's like, you kidding me? This is never coming out. He goes, this ball is staying in that cup. That cup's going on my desk in my office, and it's never ever coming back out.
Ever.
And he's like,
as a matter of fact,
I feel bad because
pour some resin in that cup and cure it.
right. He goes, I feel bad because it had to hurt. He goes, oh, it did.
Yeah. He says, oh, it did. Yeah, it's done. He goes, because that was a 3-iron. He goes, oh yeah, no, it did.
Yeah. Oh man, that was great. You talk about a hole in one. That was
dude.
That cracked me up.
And then I mean, the dude just truly like a true classy move is just like, bam. And the announcer's like, and he drank it. Like, yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, come on.
You kidding me? You want mold? That's how you get mold.
It's a little dirt. You're fine. A little dirt never hurt nobody.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it just well, we've managed to squeeze an extra 15 minutes out of this.
Yeah.
So
listen, we're finishing before 10 o'clock. Like, that's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good. Because when we get done here, I'm going out in the living room. My wife, my sister-in-law, and the in-laws are here this weekend. They're out there watching that Millie Miley Brown Damsel movie on Netflix, and I'm like, but the chick from Stranger Things.
Well, I know who she is. Yeah, I'm saying I'm not familiar with the movie.
Yeah, it's new, and I mean, she's like, I've been waiting for this to come out. And I'm like, man, I'm kind of good without it. I think if anything, I might go upstairs and work on my 1/1000 scale Reliant model.
Hang out with the boys.
Well, they're up there watching, I think, like the Rick and Michonne show, Those Who Live.
I still haven't seen any of the new.
I stopped giving a crap about Walking Dead about halfway through season 2, I think. Of course, my daughter's gonna be like, "Oh my god, it's so good." It's a love story. I get it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like as soon as we end the broadcast, we're gonna remember about something, and we're gonna be like, "Fuck,
Quick, start
we
live
talk
again.
about
Start
that." Strike it up, go live again.
it
Like we're just kidding, everybody. Her.
up. Or are we? No, we're totally kidding. We're
Yeah.
done. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're done. Let me see here. Robert Downey Jr. won his first Oscar. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Well, I am looking to see e-news online. I'm just scrolling through here. Meg Ryan stuns in rare red carpet moment at the 2024 Oscars after party. Meg Ryan's actually starting to look decent again.
Yeah.
Good for her. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce make a surprise appearance at the Oscars party.
Meh.
Good for them. Let me see here. Kate Middleton and Prince William spotted together amid pick controversy. I don't know what that's all about. Don't really care.
Meh.
Jamie Lee Curtis looking ravishing as ever. Left the Oscars party early. Okay. And Lady Gaga defends TikToker Dylan Mulvaney against hate comments. Boo fucking who?
Literally could not care less
I mean, who cares? Really?
about either of them.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Lady Gaga's got some pipes on her. Don't get it sideways. She can sing, she's talented.
Meh.
I could care less about her opinion, though. I mean, probably if you heard us say this, she'd be like, "Oh, fuck those guys," and she'd go on like this big, huge cancel party. But
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, we could go down in history, say, "Hey, Lady Gaga canceled us."
Listen,
That'd be kind of cool.
her
I mean,
opinion.
back in the day, like, was it like 5 years ago? I got blocked by J.K. Rowling on Twitter for a little while there. Yeah. So,
That's like a badge of honor anymore.
well, yeah, because like she was going in there like talking shit about capitalism, right? And I said, "Well, that's funny. You're bagging on an economic system that made you millions of dollars, but you know, you do
Right.
you." And I immediately got blocked. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." I was proud of that. And then I started seeing her tweets again and I went and checked. I was like, "Oh, she unblocked me." Okay. Boo. Let me see here. Jojo Siwa. I don't know. Warns fans of adult content and sexual themes in new project. I mean, if you're not bringing the heat like
idea.
Drake did with his helicopter blades, just don't.
That's true.
Oh, let me see here. So apparently, Sydney Sweeney, everybody's like, so that's what she looks like with her clothes on.
That's funny.
Oppenheimer won big, from what I hear. Good for them. I really enjoyed that movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. Cillian Murphy got Best Actor. RDJ got Best Supporting Actor.
Nice.
Let me see here. Eva Longoria reveals her unexpected pre-Oscars meal. Like, I didn't know she was still around. I thought for sure she'd have an Oscar Foxtrot page by now.
Right.
You know, raking in millions of dollars because, you know, you've got Desperate Housewives alum, you know, that are our age group out there going, "Oh my God, it's Eva."
That's true. She should be cashing in on that, frankly.
She should. I mean, bad on her. Kim Kardashian and Odell Beckham Jr. spotted leaving the Oscars after party together. Okay, OBJ, look at you. All right, just know, Odell, that Pete Davidson was beating that up before you did. So
Yeah.
if you go down on her, I hope you like the way his dick tastes. Just kind of saying.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I want
there
that
you go.
picture.
No, I mean, when you go to like tongue or asshole, just understand that his balls were slapping that same area.
That's all I'm gonna say.
You're right. It's gonna be that.
Oh,
Oh wow! See what happens. The conversation has de-evolved.
yep.
Let me see
That's
here.
what happens when we come to the end of it.
Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, Bradley Cooper makes a post Oscars cameo on Abbott Elementary. Don't care. Really, like the Silver Linings Playbook, American Sniper, and Limitless. Really, the only Bradley Cooper movie. Well, that and A Star Is Born were the only Bradley Cooper movies that I remotely cared about. Not to say that he's an amazing actor or not, because he is. Is it?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Sometimes it's
Eh.
meh.
Meh. Let me see here. You notice how the comment section got really quiet.
We have that effect.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, the Sister Wives story. Have you been tracking that at all?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the Browns, right? It's one guy, three wives, kind of a thing, right? Well, they're not really wives, but they were like common law kind of a deal.
Yeah.
The oldest child, the oldest son, he joined the army and unalived himself.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Apparently, I mean, and there's a lot of reports that are tying the act of self-DXing. How we can put in military terms, he deadlined himself. Non-deployable status. That's what we're going to go with. He is officially non-deployable. It was tied to the show, and people like his buddies, people that he was in, people from his unit,
Yeah.
were giving him shit about his family.
Damn.
Which I'm like, okay, I get that, but dude, you got to come with some thick skin, man. Like you're joining the army. I mean, any military unit, regardless. If you've got even so much of his like even like a questionably funny family background, you're gonna catch hell.
Yeah.
Let alone your family as a reality TV family.
That is well known. Like I'm not gonna say everybody knows them, but
Yeah, I mean, not everybody knows them, but it's like, oh, hey, that's your family.
once it gets around,
Oh shit,
they
you
may
know,
not know them by sight, but they're damn sure gonna know of them.
yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what? I mean, it sucks that he did that. It sucks that his family's having to go through it now. But on the flip side of it, it's like, bro, you can't
Do better.
Yeah, just do better. I mean, it's one thing to go outside of an Israeli embassy and set yourself on fire and then say that you're doing it for,
Hey,
you know, just
I support that. More people who think like him should absolutely do that. I support that protest.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's a hot take. It's a hot take that I can get behind. You know, especially with some marshmallows.
That
Yeah.
guy's protest is fire for sure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You know,
Fire.
I mean, that needs to be the new like Air Force recruiting slogan. It's like ignite your career.
Found so many of those. That was
Yeah,
so
dude.
good.
When John
Oh,
Burke,
my God,
when
it was
John
so
Burke,
good.
John Burke from the All American Savage show.
Yes.
He posted that on his page. I was like, that's right there. That's the one. That's the one right there.
Oh man.
Let me see here. Oh, there's a new reality show coming out called Botched, where like if you get some fucked up plastic surgery, it's like American Idol, but like you're competing to get your fucked up, plastic surgery fixed for free.
Oh God, boy, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel there now. That is just. Are you serious?
See, this is why whenever aliens come through the Sol system, they lock the doors and roll the windows up, man.
Yeah, it's like people are arguing about whether we've been visited by aliens, and it's the question they should be asking is, do they even want to?
Right. I mean, it's like the Griswolds going through downtown Detroit.
Roll them up.
He parked the car for like 2 minutes and then, we can't leave because we're on blocks. It's like, ugh.
Exactly.
Yikes. Let me see here. Let me see. Wow. I'm looking at a picture of Tori Spelling here. Hold on just a second. Let me share share the screen here because this. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Allow. And come on. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Come on. Present. Share screen. Why is it not sharing? Oh, this sucks. David's like, this is what you get. Okay, so we're doing that now. Okay, fine, whatever. It's not. Anyways,
How bad is it,
dude? It's funny because the backdrop is like it's from Disney Moana, right? Like the red carpet, like movie premiere. You see the movie's name on like the backdrop, or whatever.
Yeah.
She looks like Ursula the Sea Witch.
Oh, no,
Dude, I would say that she's got a double chin.
Be an insult to double chins.
Bro, yeah. It would be, I mean, it's like, hold on. I'm just gonna put my camera on it here. Hold on just a second.
Oh. Whoa.
You can have the boy if you give me your voice. Like, oh my god, dude. It's just wow. Yeah. That
That is
yeah, it's
I don't even know what to say to it. That is
dude,
did you ever see Kung Fu Hustle? Did you ever see Kung Fu Hustle?
yeah.
You know that dude at the very like the big baddie, the frog dude at the end?
Mm-hmm.
When he squats down and he does the throat thing?
Yeah.
That's that. That's what it looks like.
I'm sorry. I was listening to you. I'm looking. I love the headlines on some of these. It's like they want you to click on it, but I'm going to resist the urge here.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany Mahomes, fractures her back amid pelvic floor concerns.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want me to click on this? I'm going to click on it.
I don't.
I've got to click on it.
That is probably the most.
Brittany Mahomes, wife of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, had a message for her followers after injuring her back, saying, "Once you have kids, please take care of your pelvic floor." The attention grabber for this article: Brittany Mahomes is healing from a recent injury. Really? Okay. So the former soccer player who shares children, Sterling 3 and Patrick Bronze, 15 months, with husband Patrick Mahomes, gave fans a health update on March 6th, complete with a warning for those who've given birth. Just your daily reminder, once you have kids, please take care of your pelvic floor. Seriously, she captioned on an Instagram story selfie from a girl with a fractured back. It's not it's not funny. It's
No.
an actual thing.
No, it is. It 100%. And I'm sure it sucks a lot while she's going through it. And I don't mean to make light. But
this
everybody's
picture-
brain went to the
okay, so
same
this
fucking
picture-
place.
Yeah, this picture, there's an awful lot of cleavage in this picture.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be?
Like, I've got a really great message for you, but here's for my thirsty guys, you know. I mean, she made her swimsuit edition debut back in February for Sports Illustrated. So hey, you know, good for her. Whatever. I'm kind of like, okay. Let me be clear here. We are not making fun of your wife, Patrick, at all.
No.
And if either of the Kelsey brothers gets a hold of this, just understand that we're not bringing the smoke here. All right, we're being very, to borrow a term, very electric about our support for the Mahomes family. We want them to gather around. Just kind of maybe, if you're going to put that kind of a PSA out there, don't be so TNA with it. Ish.
Yeah. Like, I understand you want to get your
And for the women who may still be out there in the audience, are we off base here? I mean, am I out of line by saying, you know, hey, read? I just kind of get it delegitimizes the message that you're trying to convey if you're just throwing your cleavage out there for your
Yeah.
thirst traps.
because nobody's
I mean-
going to listen to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of my take on it. I mean,
You lose the impact of your message.
all right. So thank you, Maria. She said nope, on point. Okay, great. So it's very obvious Kristen Stewart has she's been experimenting with CGI because she's a bodybuilder in her new movie. I'm like, okay. And then, you know, you see her out and about with the same facial expression that she had through all of her Twilight movies.
Every other movie she's been
Every other movie that she's been in, I can't name any of them because
that she's taken. Let's see, she's been in
I mean, she gave an interview a while back and she was like, I'm so tired of hearing and having to answer questions about my relationship that I had with Robert Pattinson. It's like,
they had a
it's
relationship.
nobody's talking about that. Like, yeah, they were seeing each other when they were filming the movies, but as soon as the last, you know, hey, that's a wrap on the last movie, and he went to go do water for elephants, right? I think it was, which was kind of a cool movie.
Never
Ish. But you know, I was kind of like, you can just resign from acting and just kind of fade off into obscurity again. And then when she, you know, she does what every other actor or actress in Hollywood does whenever they realize that their career is just falling apart and they're fading into obscurity. I'm gay. And then everybody's like, oh, she's so brave. It's like,
Oh my God. I'm so inspired right now. Oh my God.
I'm not saying that it doesn't take some amount of bravery to finally come out, especially to your family, that you've been closeted with, you know, against for years. But let's not get that bravery confused with actual bravery, you know, standing up and moving forward in the face of danger, despite the overwhelming screaming voice in the back of your mind screaming, run.
There's an entire month dedicated to your quote unquote sexuality. No, it's not brave anymore to come out as gay. I'm sorry. It's been
And if this flags
completely
our episode, David's going to take a 2 hour and 10-minute episode, and he's going to transform it into an hour and 41 minutes.
which is fine. I don't care. I
You
said
know,
what I said.
He's going to clip, you're going to see like this break in the video. I'm going to be like this in one frame, and then the next frame I'm going to be like this.
He'll be like, there it
There's
is.
a glitch in the Matrix. They're changing something. And then Twitter or X is not disappointing here lately. There's been a couple of corn stars that have died from a shotgun. She tried to start a shotgun. The other one was an overdose. And there's one who is now in critical condition after an overdose.
Mm.
And
start doing drugs? No.
right. And like some of the top comments are just absolutely
Can imagine.
like, that's what I'm here for, and I'm okay with it. And like one dude, he was like, the fuck? I just got done nutting to her. The girl with the shotgun was like, that was the last load she ever took.
Oh yes, that is fucking great.
I'm like, you know what?
That is,
I'm here for that kind of content, man.
yes,
I'm all about it.
I
mean,
approve 100%.
I try to filter those kinds of like that. I try to filter that content from my Twitter stream because I'm trying to keep it about Star Trek, baseball, and football. And and
I seek that shit out.
well,
I go hunting for it.
well, like the daily, what is it? The Daily Wire.
Yeah.
I don't follow the Daily Wire because like I used to, but now I don't because like they've gotten so far off into the whole clickbait thing.
Yeah.
That I'm just like I'm not trying to breathe energy into that.
Right.
But it just keeps coming up in my feed, and I'm like, I'm just here for the comments, and that's all I'm doing, right?
Yep.
But Twitter has gotten to where you can't even open that app in public anymore, man. I mean, like seriously, I'm just sitting there going, okay, all right. Like the pair of rock climbers hanging off of a cliff. They're in harnesses and they're giving each other oral.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I was like,
That's a good video.
see if you can find it. But like a few years back, there was an actor, a stage talent. I'm just going to put that. No,
Okay.
wait.
I
She was a video star. Let's put it that way.
okay.
She went skydiving and she was strapped tandem
Seen it.
to an instructor. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Terminal velocity and wind resistance does nothing for the female figure.
No.
Or the
think it would be
scrotum, for
kind of
that matter.
exciting. No, you think it would be
Right.
kind of exciting, but
You're like, you sit there and go, oh, I've got the angry 1930s Nazi titties, right? And like they're angry, they stand up and they stare at you, right?
but you would
No.
think it would be painful. Like that's got
Well, like, you get like the classic 40s and 50s style titties, they're all torpedoes, like boom, right?
well, yeah. Then you got
When you skydive with them, you get to see what they're going to look like when she turns 60 and 70.
if you could keep that torpedo in your aerodynamic, and it's if you could actually go with the Madonna points, then you might do something. But
Speaking of Madonna, did you hear about her? She
she
started heckling a fan in the front row of her concert because they weren't standing up, and then she found out that they were in a wheelchair.
Oh,
like she was straight talking mad shit to this person
absolutely
during her show, and everybody was like, "They're in a fucking wheelchair."
Love it, love that.
And it's one of those. Oh, oops! Like,
why we keep our mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What'd you say?
I said that's why we keep our mouth shut.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, let me see. dude, there's nothing else to go over like at all. I mean, I'm literally, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel as I'm scrolling through E! Online. I'm just,
I mean, we're over 2 hours anyway, so
yeah.
I think we've put our time in.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Dakota Johnson, Chris Martin engaged. Guess what, Mr. Martin? Everybody in America knows what your wife's hoochie looks like, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that as a wedding present, you're going to buy her some fake boobs because, dude, she has none. And I'm going to laugh if there's like a prenup in that relationship.
Oh, God, you already know there is. 100%.
You know, like
100%.
like if she was smart, she'd have it written in there like they have to be married 10 years before he can disavow publicly Madam Web.
Yes. Yes.
So,
I'd be putting some stupid shit like that in there.
right. Yeah.
100%. I'd sneak something in there.
Let me see here. Let me see here. Let's see here. Nope. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Okay, I've reached the end of the internet, and I think we're done. So, do we have anything from the audience? Speak now or forever hold yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bueller. I'm going to find that soundbite. I think I'm going to add that.
That'd be a good one. That one and a fucking amateurs.
Right. Exactly. Oh,
Bring 'em up,
all
bro.
right. Yeah. All right.
Finish
Well,
one.
2 hours, 9 minutes, and 49 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an experience. It's been a roller coaster ride. Got a little rocky there. But for the actual producer of this show, hopefully we didn't leave you with too many sections of dead air to cut out. Again, I think it's all in context. But
We should, just to be dicks, like leave about 3 minutes of dead air right at the end.
as we stare
Well,
like
he has to
aimlessly
go
into the camera.
See, he
Yeah,
has
that
to go
would be
through the
great.
whole episode, and then right at the end is where he just has this giant chunk of dead air, and he's got to actually sit there and watch through it in case we say something.
And then, like, for people that are streaming like audio only in their car or whatever,
Yeah. They're like, is
like, is it
Spotify?
this thing still on? Right. And then it's like, you remember like Green Day or Live, they had the hidden track at the end of their CDs.
Yes.
Oh, that would be
God,
so
that was such
great.
that was such
Or the best hidden track ever, Tenacious D.
right.
You believe in God? I believe in God.
I believe in God.
I believe in God. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's, you know what? Let's give him 60 seconds.
Okay, we'll go 60 seconds.
Yeah. All right. Ready? Hold on. I'll do the 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, 30 seconds. That's all I'm going to do. Okay.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Because as soon as you went, I was like, yep, that's not dead air. So
Oh man, that was
Leave
awesome.
it to a couple of, leave it a couple, to a couple of, of old grunts. We're just like, it's fucking bullshit. It's what this is,
It's even our idea worth it. We can't fucking
right? I feel like Alan Tudyk, like Resident Alien. Have you seen that show at all?
Dude, I haven't. It's on my list though.
Dude, it's
I'm
so
a
great.
huge Alan Tudyk fan.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Bullshit.
What a shit pocket, that little shit pocket. It doesn't make any sense. You don't make any sense. I love that show, man.
Yeah, it's definitely on
Like
my
I
list.
introduced Mindy to it last night. She goes, "Okay, so what's the deal with him?" And I was like, "He's an alien. He doesn't look like an alien because he's camouflaged."
Yeah, that's the point. Come on. If you never
Nathan
watched
Fillion is the octopus, dude. Yeah. It just watch it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Without further ado, 2 hours, 13 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the party's over. Not saying the party's over. You don't have to go home. You just can't stay here. Episode 151 of Nerd Sports. I am Johnny Skelton.
I am Chris Jacko. Please stack your chairs.
Stack your chairs. Take out the trash. Gentlemen,
Clear us off light.
go home, walk the wife, smack the dog, water the dishes, and take out the kids.
There you go.
Scissor me fucking timbers. Ire.